Hi guys.
Hi everyone.
Welcome back to our channel.
Yeah.
And this is the
Sister
SistaVybz
Vybz
Podcast.
Podcast.
I'm Asara.
And I'm Sherelle. I was going to say Sister Vybz Chat, but I mean...
Oh, did we have that in our mind? SistaVybz Chat. I swear that was one of the brainstorming things that we came up with.
Probably did.
But then I think someone
I don't know
else
how
had
we
the
even landed
name.
on Sister Vybz Podcast. We had a lot of... Yeah, you're right. We did go through
was chat.
a few,
There was a chat.
and then some, we were researching it, and some people had that name already.
SistaVybz Chat. It
Big
was
up all the
bubbling
Sister
chatting.
Vybz out there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the sister chats and all
Yeah.
them things. Oh my gosh, for real.
So, what have you got for me today? Is that
So,
a Pims?
so we have a little Pims
Yeah. Okay.
with a little strawberry because, you know...
Should we toast? What should we toast?
Yeah, I was going to say.
To your birthday?
I mean, it's really not that deep.
What do you mean? It is deep.
I mean, are we not going to be filming again before then?
Probably, but I mean, it's still deep. It's still can pre-toast, you know what I mean? It's still your birthday month.
Girl, I don't even know why I'm complaining.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So looking at the eyes. Cheers
Cheers.
to pre-birthday, which is 2 weeks away.
Yeah, but it's a big deal. Like I don't know when people say stuff like that. Like,
Do you like
it's not
it?
a big deal. I haven't even tasted it yet. I'm
Oh.
still on your birthday thing telling me it's not a big deal. Let me try it. Yeah, it's all right.
Does it taste like licorice?
A little bit. It tastes like blackjack. Is that what?
Yeah, that kind of taste. Yeah.
I've never been a fan of blackjack, but this is not terrible. I think it's
Do you
the
know what as well? I
strawberries
think
and
the,
the mix that you...
The lemonade is not fizzing as much. And I think if it was more cold, as cold.
What, is this what people usually drink this with?
I don't know.
Did you... You're just...
I don't know. I just threw some strawberries in there for it to look pretty and some lemonade because that's what I chased.
Is Pim's the one that... No, that's gin. Gin, they're not the
and
same
tonic.
thing, right?
Gin and Pims.
Yeah, are they the same thing?
No.
Okay, cool. I've never tasted... That's what I'm saying. I've never had gin. I've never had Pim.
You've never had gin? You know I've got gin in
No.
my fridge as well, but I got the Pim
Yeah, I remember
gin.
you saying, but I don't... Yeah, I've never had it.
Really?
What's gin then? Is that like vodka?
I don't know.
You just
What
be
kind of
drinking.
liquor that? Yeah, I just be drinking, babe. Who's got time for that? Like, I know Kavossi is like a cognac.
You're like, I just be drinking it.
I know the brown juices.
You just know it tastes good.
Yeah, I don't know the white juices.
Okay, fair enough.
I know the brown.
Fair enough.
What kind of discrimination is that against alcohol? I know
know
like
you
the
know
brown
the- you know the
juices,
brown
but
juice,
what
but-
is gin? What is gin?
I don't know.
Do you know what gin is? What alcohol that is?
It's just probably... He's probably got his headphones on.
Oh. Do you know what alcohol gin is? Yeah, but
But what's the
but
spirit?
What's
That's
spirit?
what's the
What
spirit?
kind of- what
That's
a
what I'm saying. What
spirit?
kind of answer is that?
Really?
Oh. But what's the spirit?
No,
Like,
she
I know.
doesn't know. She doesn't mean- no, she
I
means
meant
the
like,
alcohol.
Yeah,
like,
in alcohol
what
term,
spirit
what does
is
the
it?
spirit?
Like,
Yeah. He said, "Do a Google search."
So that's it. There's no, it's a vodka or it's a...
No, but that's what it is. Like vodka, rum, gin.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
what
but
is
what
gin?
category does it fall into? That's what she's saying.
Gin is its own vibe. So you got vodka, gin.
Oh, he said, "Do a Google search." Though, did you hear that? Do a Google search.
Oh, is it? Gin is by itself?
Oh, I get it.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah. I hope you guys, we just taught
Someone
you
didn't know
something.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
someone did not know that.
Someone didn't know that. It's not
Yeah.
just us two. Anyway, even if it is just us two, big up us because
Yeah, no, for real, innit? Like, serious. If you don't know, you ask, right?
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know that. So gin is its own category.
Yeah.
Well,
His own genre.
I've never touched gin. I don't
Okay.
really touch all kind of spirits. Just they're not my
What
I
do
just
you
don't
drink?
Do spirits. I do prosecco. Why am I saying I do prosecco? Like, you can't do prosecco.
I do prosecco.
I drink prosecco.
Yeah.
Wine. You like wine as well, though. You
Girl,
like white wine.
I do not touch wine.
But I swear you was on white wine at one point.
Yeah, at one point when I
Yeah.
was like failing in life. No. So basically,
So what am I? I hope I'm not failing in life. Like,
no, I did a little twist to that, but no, for real. When I went through like a low stage, which was what? Oh God, it's been a few years now, isn't it? Like before lockdown.
yeah.
Yeah, when I was in that stage, I was drinking like 2 bottles of wine a night.
Okay.
And when I came out of it, it's like
You stopped.
it was almost like a what do they call it? A functioning alcoholic. Yeah. No, I'm being serious because some people think they're not an alcoholic, but there is such thing called functioning alcoholic. Like, you know what I mean?
And what's a functioning alcoholic?
So
Someone
basically,
that can control...
I wouldn't say I was a functioning alcoholic, but I'm just saying it because usually functioning alcoholics, they still wake up and the first thing they want is drink. And you know what I mean? So I wasn't that far gone. However, once I've gone to work, kids are in bed and it's time for me to chill, I would have a glass of wine. And then another glass, and then another glass, and before I knew it, I was having 2 bottles a night. That's what I mean.
Was you getting like drunk?
No.
Oh shit.
So that's what I'm saying. So I went through that for about, I don't know, 6-7 months or whatever. But it got to a point where I was just like, you know, like when I said I seeked help and I got whatever.
Yeah.
So from then I can't drink wine anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't drink wine anymore.
Is it because you don't like the taste, or it just gives you like bad vibes from?
No, it just my body doesn't want it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, my body doesn't want it.
Well, if I'm honest with you, I don't drink, like when I say I like rosé, I like Prosecco, but I don't really touch it no more because I just feel like I've upgraded. So I'm more like a bubbles girl. So I'll eat, I'll drink Prosecco and drink champagne, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
I don't.
That's what I kind of like. But I feel like that makes me feel classy.
Really?
You know, it makes me feel like pinky, like... Pinky, that wasn't a pinky flick.
She's like the eyes as well, all the like the small.
Yeah, like I have to get the little small. What they call
I know what
smalls.
you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Do you guys say more prestige? It's like I don't know. It's like when they say, you see when people drink spirits and you see the films where you have it on the rocks, doesn't that make you feel more prestige if you can drink it
And you know
straight?
what? It's actually like you're supposed to consume alcohol like that. You're not supposed to chase it with all of these fizzy
are you
drinks.
not?
Yeah, you're not supposed to chase it with fizzy drinks. This is all sugar.
Yeah,
you're meant to drink it on the rock straight. That's why you always see like the
that's
businessmen and the business women. You own it. Who do you see in movies that are like up there, like in the movie?
And that's probably
they're
why.
chasing it.
Yeah, and adding on to that, that's probably why people can't drink it straight, because their tolerance level can only take it when it's mixed,
diluted. Yeah, that's what makes you put on weight and everything with the alcohol. It's not the alcohol itself, but it's everything that you're chasing it with.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to be honest with me, alcohol in general, I've noticed that it keeps me up. You know, before, like when you're younger, you get drunk, you go home, you knock out, blah blah blah. If I drink and then go bed like within a couple of hours, I sleep because, you know, I've drank, but then I wake up and I'm like up. So I'm starting to realize certain alcohols don't agree with me at all. So that's why the gin is still in my fridge, because I had it and then drank it for a couple of days. It's not, alcohol just not agreeing with my body anymore. Certain alcohols are just not agreeing with me anymore. But I like that because I just cut it out. When I know something doesn't agree with my body, it's not hard for me to give it up.
Yeah.
So I just immediately
That's like
stop.
me. That's what I said about spirits. It wasn't hard. When I was younger, went through a stage. Obviously, you're just playing around, trying loads of different things. And I feel like when you're younger, that's like, it's kind of cool to drink when you're out and stuff like that. Get lit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like when going through all of that, vomiting several nights on that, it's just not cool. It doesn't feel nice. I don't feel nice waking up the next day morning
feeling like shit.
Exactly. Having a headache, can't eat nothing because I still feel like nauseous.
It's long.
It's like, it's too long, and it's just embarrassing at this. Like, even like I went to house parties a couple of times, and sometimes you know the person like directly or good, and then sometimes you don't, or it could be a friend of a friend or just somewhere you've been invited, and it's like, who wants to be on someone's toilet? Like, you know, and you see when you're I don't know if it's just
not classy
me.
at all.
It's not classy, but I don't know if it's just me, but there's times where it's like, I feel like I lose boundaries of like, I'm in a bathroom. Like, you see where you just be couching on the floor. Like, I can't like hand over like the toilet, like vomiting. You don't even care at this point because you just want to get the sick out. But that's what I'm saying. That's how the same way you're making your face is how I feel. It's like, it's disgusting. But in the moment, it's like, you don't even care because
you're gone.
Yeah, and
you're
that's what I'm saying.
senses.
That's why I try to avoid that. I just avoid the alcohol. That makes me.
Have you ever been paralytically
like
drunk?
That. No.
Yeah,
thank God for that though.
I've never. Even if I wanted
actually,
to,
I have.
Really?
Oh my God! Like, I have one time. I was in college. Okay, sorry. Let me just tell the story. I don't know if this is like. I think it is because I was having blackouts. So I was in a bar, and have you ever had those shots where they put the fire on top? Yeah. Yeah, and you drink it through a straw. Had that for the first time.
Oh, not through a straw, no.
Yeah. I don't know if the straw makes a difference, but I had that for the first time. I was with my partner at the time. So luckily I was with him and he was trustworthy. So literally had that shot. Probably had a couple more drinks in that time. I remember glimpses of the night. next thing you know, I'm thrown up in the bar, been escorted outside by him. He called me a cab. He couldn't even let me go home in the cab by myself because I kept blacking out. I was thrown up outside. I was lying down.
From one little piece of drink?
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was just that shot. I think it was like I was
so
drinking.
You don't even remember that?
I don't even remember what I was drinking. I just remember the shot. I think that's what sent me over to that stage, the next stage. And then I remember him lifting me up. He had to carry me, like, you see when you just get married and someone's carrying you, like, he had to cradle me, babe. Like, he was carrying me upstairs, like, to my...
Is this what he told you?
It's glimpses I remember, and he told me as well, but it's like I remember little, like, sections
little
of the
snippets.
night. Yeah, because I know I was blacking out, but I know for some sections I can just remember faintly. And then he carried me to my bedroom, put me there. I don't even know. Obviously, he must have gone because he wasn't there the next morning. And then I was just sleeping. And then I woke up next morning. I was actually quite fine, actually. Like, I didn't have a hangover, but it was just like, I was embarrassed. And it's like, you don't want to get that stage because anything could have happened to me, you know?
Yeah, for real.
Imagine he decided to leave me in the cab by myself.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't recommend it. Don't do that, kids.
Would you... when you remember certain things, even though you had blackouts, would you class that as paralytically drunk? Like,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What did you mean by that then?
Because
like,
I've had that. I think I've had that.
Oh, okay.
Not even I think, but I remember I told my dad. I go to my dad for like all of them kind of things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had like blackouts last night.
Yeah.
And then he was like, what do you mean? I said, I don't remember certain things. And then he was like, what did he say? I think he just said it just means take it easy now. You know, because we went out, but the thing is, I was mixing my drinks. I don't mix drinks. I was mixing drinks, and I was in my senses. I was aware, but for some reason it just didn't log. So I don't know if that will be classed as paralytically drunk, because obviously there'll be, so throughout the night, went out, whatever, and then I had different I had a different version of a story. So for instance, we was flying down Leighton High Road. I went out with a group of my cousins, and I remember telling her, pull over, I need to throw up. And then she's pulled over, and I've opened the door and I've thrown up. The next day, my cousin was like to me, no, you started opening the door and we had to pull over for you to throw up while we were driving. I said, when I woke up in the morning, I was in my pajamas.
Okay.
The clothes that I went out in was over there in my room. I don't remember dressing myself, but I did. And when I woke up, my cousin was next to me in my bed. I'm telling you now, that could have been anyone, because I don't even know how we got in the yard. I don't know how she's like, you undressed yourself. So do you know what I mean? It's like I was in my senses, but it didn't log. So is that classed as...
I don't know. I feel like it's 50-50, innit? Because that sounds like kind of like you said, my similar situation where I remember moments, but it's like, I don't know how I got into the cab. Do you know what I mean? For instance, it's like, it's fuzzy. It's sort of like an out of body experience. You're doing things that you would normally do, because I guess is your brain is still working, right? It's still ticking. So it's still telling you got to change into your night clothes. You got to come out your clothes that you went out with. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. I feel like it's half and half, because
possibly
it's still not good to be out of your mind.
No,
and
you can't be doing that.
Really
I don't do
it.
Even if I wanted to now, I can't go past a certain level. I have to stop.
Yeah.
Even if I want to be like, no, I want to keep, I can't. I start drinking water.
Even what you said about mixing drinks, I learned that quite early on as well. You can't do that.
You can't mix drinks at all. What is that though? I wonder why.
Because it just don't...
Just the different alcohols and stuff. It really fucks you up, man.
It's like what they were saying, the different types of spirits. I just don't think they were made to mix. You can't be drinking brown and then want to drink gin and then want to drink white.
And then Prosecco and then wine.
Yeah, it just don't work.
Oh,
They probably, do you know what it is? Maybe they function in your body differently. So it's like a science experiment. You see, when you mix different things together and
different chemicals.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then you create whatever you're creating, that's in your insides.
That is correct.
That is nuts, though.
Let me sip my alcohol.
It's nuts how alcohol... on that
note, let me just say, clink.
Imagine that after the big talk about alcohol.
On that note. Oh, guys, also, before I forget, I have a cousin who is very talented. Him and... I think it's a couple of his friends or a few of his friends have actually created a game, and it's called How to Game. So basically, I think it's amazing what they're doing, and I think it's amazing that they've actually created a game. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna go in stores, it's gonna be big, and then it's gonna be like, I made that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
they do what they have to do. They network. They research. You know what I mean? And I just think it's so. I'm really proud of him. So big up you.
Yeah, big
Not
up
sure if you
you.
want to be putting your name out there, but you know who you are. So HTG, How to Game, is an entertainment movement created by young adults who wanted to bring laughter, happiness, and maybe even love amongst group of families, friends, or even couples. It's ultimate party games that consists. Why is this happening to me?
I don't know.
That consists of different card games that are inspired by your day-to-day scenarios or experiences, and games you may have played in your past with a modern spin to it. They are currently almost at their release date, with the first card game called Pick or Dip, which is a real icebreaker for groups of friends at your next game night. So guys, look out for that, How to Game, and the first game is going to be called Pick or Dip.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well done to your cousin.
Thank you, because that's what it's about. You know, we had some serious talks. I'm not sure if he wants me to go into it, so I just won't, and I'll just leave that there. So guys, make sure you look out for that. And
yeah, I would definitely be looking out for it. I love a good game. I love a good games night.
I do as well.
I'm just
I do
into
love games
games,
nights.
yeah.
I do love games. You're into games, yeah?
I feel like it just keeps me young, you know?
What kind of games?
Well, the games that come in boxes. The games that come
in boxes,
yeah.
No,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm into I like card games.
yeah, it's nice.
I do enjoy good board games.
Yeah, drinking games.
Drinking games. I haven't done a lot of drinking games. Like, what do you mean? Like things like what's that game that people do? Never Have I Ever, like things like that.
Yeah, Never Have I Ever. But then there's actual card games where you have to answer this question, and
Or
then if
drink.
you whatever, or drink. Yeah, drink or dare or drink. There's so many different drinking games, to be
Okay.
honest.
Yeah, I've never done like
There's a Russian roulette one that I bought when I had a games
Yeah, I've
night,
seen
and
that in a
Yeah,
shop.
you spin it and it lands on the whatever. And
Yeah.
it's you in the shot glasses. There's like
Yeah.
gin, wine, but there's water, apple
Okay.
juice. So whatever you land on, you have to shot it, but you don't know what's in what in it. So
Yeah.
that one's
That
good.
sounds fun.
I still got that at my house actually. That one's really
Yeah.
good. Drinking games.
Okay. Yeah, I've
but
never
yeah.
done that, but I like quiz games,
Yeah.
like knowledge games, because I always learn
Yeah,
things and stuff
quiz
like that.
nights.
Yeah.
We should do that, you know.
Yeah, I
We
love
should have one
a
of
game
those.
night.
We're so grown now.
I know, but it's just like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it keeps you young, you know?
Yeah.
It keeps your mind ticking, because whatever game you're playing is kind of, you have to think about what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Because the whole point of it, I guess, is to win.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do love a good game.
So
I'm looking forward to that, actually.
this segment is on
when he
drinks.
brings it out.
This segment, this episode is drinks.
Yeah, drinks. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think so.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly, please. The age limit in your country.
Yeah, don't drink
Respect
and
that.
drive.
Don't drink and drive. No DUIs.
Yeah.
What do we call it in the UK? Drink driving.
Drink driving, yeah.
In
I
America,
don't know if they
it's
still call
DUI.
it that, but yeah, drink driving, yeah.
And DUI in America.
Yeah.
Drinking under the influence, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, drink responsibly, guys, honestly.
No, definitely,
Oh,
because
look at your one little chocolate.
yeah, even me as well, like, I'm not gonna lie, I have drank and drove,
Really?
which is not good. Again, when I was younger, not now. But yeah, I'm not proud of that. I feel like when you're older, you realize, like, you know, stupid things you do when you're younger. It's not good, because you just be doing dumb shit. Like, I was driving. I remember one time I was drunk, driving in the wrong side of the road on a motorway, coming home
What?
from Hertfordshire. Yeah, it was really bad. And even the fact that you have to think sometimes you're responsible for other people's lives, not just your own.
Was there
I
someone in
had
the car?
my friend in the car. She's drunk as well. Not that it's like her fault, but even that as well, guys. Think about, like, say if you're with your group of friends or your girls and you know the driver is drunk, don't get in the car. Like, it's just, think about little things like that. You know, you don't think, you just think, oh, well, yeah, whatever. Like, she's gonna get me home safe. If you're under the influence, anything can happen. Your reaction time might be slower.
You was on the wrong side of the road.
I was
girl.
I was speeding home, wrong side of the road. We even went to McDonald's. I remember stopping at McDonald's and she did the same thing that you said that you did, was open my car door while I was still driving. So even that, it's like bringing attention to like what's like ourselves, knowing that we're two drunk girls like driving is just stupid. And then sometimes they do random stop and searches in the night, which is again like that same night or another night we were going home and luckily the car was getting flagged to stop, but it was the car behind me and I thought it was me. And it's at that point I was just thinking
That same night.
Yeah. I was like, it's game over.
That would have been your license.
I knew, that's
boy.
what I'm saying. I was like, my license is about to be revoked. Like my car's got everything. I was just like, shit. And it's just not worth it. And then just don't even think about the things they tell you as well. You see when they say suck on the penny or the whatever it was that back in the day, that shit don't work. Like I've never been stopped to like be breathalyzed.
Sorry, suck on what penny?
They said that basically if you get stopped, you suck on like a penny or 2 pence. Like it apparently is supposed to limit
Like dents
the
breathalyzer thing. What?
But I
I've
don't know
never
if
heard
that's
of that.
actually true or a myth. Like I've never like tried it. But
Wow.
my point is that I was willing to do it, which
I
is
didn't
stupid
even know that.
and naive. So
Did you watch that thing? Where did I watch it? I think it was on Insta when I had Insta. Well, let's be real, I re-downloaded it again the last couple of weeks. But moving on. So I deleted it in May of last year and I re-downloaded it a couple of weeks ago. But to be fair, I don't go on it like that, so it's fine. Anyway, of the police officer that stopped the boy and the girl. So he pulled them over. They were probably like, I would say no older than 21. And they were high. I don't know what they were high on, coke, marijuana. What? Weed? What? Alcohol, whatever they were high on. And the police officer, obviously, his body cam in it. So obviously he's said to them, do you know how fast you lot were going? Like, you lot need to like allow it kind of thing. And the girl was like, I'm so sorry. This is our first day. And he was like, your first date? Like, what are you lot doing? Whatever. So he let them go and gave them a ticket and said, all right, cool, I'll allow you. And then obviously the clip flips and it was about, I think 17 minutes later or 7 minutes later, and the police officer was driving his car and he's come to a traffic stop and there's bare police, bare ambulance. Do you hear the man saying to his colleague, I just stopped them like 10 minutes ago. They writ off in the wall and killed themselves.
shit.
The two of them dead. And one of the
Imagine
police
how
officers,
he felt as well.
that's one of the police officers came up to him and just kept going to him. Are you okay? Are you okay? He's like, yeah. He's like, no. Are you okay? Because that's a lot of shit to deal with, bruv. You get what I'm
Mentally.
saying? Like he stopped them 10, 17 minutes, however minutes it was, and gave them a ticket and let them go. Now they're dead. Now, to sort of flip it, I know we're talking about alcohol and everything, but what do you think? Do you think that, you know how they say everything happens for a reason? Why was that police officer meant to stop them and not let them go? Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, what was their what's the word I'm looking for? What was the bigger picture from that? Because if that was their time, why did you bother get stopped? What, to live for another 17 minutes? Like what? Like, do you know what I mean? Or was the police officer meant to stop them? Was that God trying to intervene? Like what? Like what's your take on that? Because that sat with me for a while and I was just like, raw.
I feel like there's so many messages in that one story and situation. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely down to fate. And I feel like it's just another, I guess, situation where it's like things happen in steps and stages. And every stage is important to each other. Every stage, sorry, it's my alarm. Every stage, it adds on to the next stage to complete the story. And I just feel like maybe in that moment, it could have been like the police was there to kind of say, what are you going to do next? Are you going to continue to drive knowing what you know? Because remember, the police didn't sound like he actually knew if they were high or not, because he didn't actually further question them. He was kind of just like, what are you guys doing kind of thing. And maybe in their heads, because they know how they were intoxicated, they could have been like, all right, let's just chill for a bit before we start driving again, which they obviously didn't. So maybe it was a thing where
Maybe that was their second
they
chance.
had to
and they
decide
didn't take
exactly. They got a second chance. They had to decide what they're going to do next with it, and they still chose to drive. So I don't think it's really on the policeman. I just feel like
I don't think
he
it's
just
on
probably
him.
felt really shitty because he probably thought if I just like, do you know what I mean, told them they couldn't go or they got arrested, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But you don't know. Like he could have taken them in and then he could have crashed. He could have got written off. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes things are supposed to happen like how it's supposed to happen, or it's just supposed to happen regardless how it happens, you know. So I feel like
I just
again,
feel like
it's just
I feel like what you said about maybe that was their second chance and they didn't take it. I think that, I don't know if it sits more comfortably with me. I think that does sit more comfortably with me.
I think you said it right, though.
Did I?
Yeah, I think the second time,
comfortably with me, because the whole, like, the other thing you said was, or maybe it was just meant to happen like that. It's like, that doesn't make any sense though. And I understand things in life don't make sense, but it's just like.
But remember, angels come in different forms. It comes through people. It comes in like there's different types of angels for different situations. So that's why I say the first one
sits better with me. Like, maybe they just had that second chance, but they didn't take it. Rather than the police officer stopped you for you to live for another 17 minutes or 10 minutes. It's like...
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely, like I said, they knew what they had done that day, or, you know, what they had they knew they're not supposed to be driving, whatever the situation was. So, like, they still made a choice to continue their journey, and that was the wrong choice.
Or do you think that they were willingly wanting to commit suicide?
You see, that's another thing as well that could be open for discussion.
Because if you saw the car, like, they were in the wall,
and
like,
that's something you can't exactly. And if that's what they were wanting to do,
how high were you?
Yeah, and if that's something they wanted to do, then, you know, again, they're not alive to tell the story, so you wouldn't even be.
May they rest in peace wherever they are. But
you wouldn't be able to know, if I'm honest. So
drugs. And have you ever done drugs?
Weed, not like hard drugs. Have you?
No.
Yeah, I've not done hard drugs.
But
when I say
I'm
weed,
scared anyway. I'm scared. The scared alone, I would never. I feel like if I ever took it, me being scared would kill me. Like,
well, I don't have the urge to want to try.
Yeah, and I don't either. I really don't want to know what that feels like. I don't want to. But I'm saying, if there was ever that, I think the panic alone of, oh my God, what's going to happen to me?
Really?
That alone would kill me. Yeah, I don't like.
I don't think I'd feel scared. I just don't want to. I don't have to, like,
because apparently you get hooked straight away on certain things.
Yeah. I mean,
no.
But
I don't know.
I don't know, because that's what people say about weed. It's like, I've tried cigarettes, I've tried weed, and I don't touch the stuff. So it's like, when they're like, you get hooked, you get addicted, it's like,
I don't think you get hooked.
I mean, I feel like it's, but that's what people say.
Who has said that? You get hooked on weed the first time you smoke it.
Yeah, they say you, like, people that smoke weed, they like,
are lying.
So what? You have to smoke it a couple times.
Yeah, I don't think, like, crack. Yeah, you get, like, you know, crack. You get your body, like, apparently anyway, you get hooked on it. Like, your body is fiending for it. Okay. I have never heard of someone taking a Tocovazoo and fiending for it. What on earth? What weed was you smoking? It wasn't the plant.
If I'm honest with you, I see a couple weed heads being like, they're like fiends. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. What? But how long they been smoking for?
Have you been around? I don't know how long they've been smoking for, babe. But the way they be smoking that last little, you see when it's like, see when it's like my pinky, like my nail, like
some of them are hooked. Some of them are hooked on it now. But I've never heard of someone smoking weed for the first time and getting hooked, like fiending for it.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, maybe I don't know about the stages to weed, but I'm just saying I thought it was kind of the same process that, like, the people that I'm around that smoke weed, they kind of give the impression of, like, oh, don't even start because you're not going to stop. You got, like, I'm going to be like them, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. But they're smoking all of this, you know, bullet and gunfire and shutter.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Names, like, what is that?
I heard that as well. I heard that's why another reason why they probably get addicted like that, because it's just not good. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, they're sprinkling, like, glass, you know, they shut up. They do glass shavings just to make it heavier in weight and all of the all that punk chunk skunk monk. I don't smoke that shit. Or when I used to smoke, I'm not involved. I remember when I first tried punk when it first came out. I used to be called,
a minute. We're gonna have to continue this on next episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Has it been? No. Yeah. Was that the alarm?
My alarm went for it, and then we got a 5-minute call.
Damn. I was getting into
but we can. That's what I'm saying. So continue, because I want to know what you want to say.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, guys, that was a nice, interesting conversation on.
It was
sex, drugs, rock and roll. No, I'm joking.
Rock and roll.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Tune into our next episode.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Sherelle.
Like and subscribe.
And this is SistaVybzPodcast.
What is going on? Bye, guys.
Bye.